Well, Grim and I just got here, day 104. We're having a camping with the Nicks. Both the Nicks are coming. Got little Nick here and big Nick's coming with his girlfriend. We're gonna camp before it gets crappy out and fall is blowing past us. You can already see some color in the trees, which is nice. And it rained 2 days in a row, which is good. So hopefully my little trees over there got some water, much needed. I do see a wasp around the trailer entrance, but hopefully I got the majority of them. Grim is back.
The wasps are in there.
Yes, there are some, but they will not bother you unless you
show them this. Yes.
What? Oh, yeah, that. Yes, the spider's gotten a nice morsel. The fly is still alive, begging for its life. Look at the outhouse through the windows. Glorious new view. The last episode, I removed an infestation of wasps, but little did I know that they have pretty much infested this entire trailer. All these little holes into the ceiling, like these, they presumably have big nests. I don't even know why I'm walking back here without a shirt on. But I just came back here and sprayed a bunch of them. They're falling out of the ceiling here, all back there. You can see a ton of them on that foam right there, right on the corner. I'm gonna go look through the window and see if there's a big nest over there. But you can see Mr. Waspy, they're getting in from underneath this flashing and everything. Honestly, it's a lost cause, but it's definitely a good reminder that when I do eventually demolish this trailer, I got to do it right after winter time, because if I wait till the end of the year like now, I'm gonna be getting wrecked by wasps, the whole rip down. But we'll also probably do it mostly with all an excavator this time and not pick it apart like we did the crack shack. Grim's stinky little leather bellies right here packing up the Henry 22 with the suppressor on it. We're gonna do some shooting. Got the new long range setup, which is nearly impossible to hit, but when you do, boys, it's satisfying. And it's nice out here, yeah. It's like 75 plus degrees, end of September. Turned 34 3 days ago. I'm an old greaser. Here he goes. Nice. Here we are in the glory, about to take Grim down to the old Stone Island, which he was one of the first helpers, and one of the only helpers other than Mark, to move rocks.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, when Mark was here a couple weeks ago moving all the material, I was just burning hot laps on the turn track because I didn't want to mow it. Yeah. And then I did this wide turn here to make two nice ruts for the dirt bike, so you can take the inside line, the middle, or the outside. Which is pretty sweet. And then I tried to clear this out. There's a bunch of junk, dude. His old shit. Like, there's all this old weird metal. I need to make a staircase, Ricky. Dude, look at the tree. It's all red and candy appled. Good vibes in here.
She's peeking.
This too, I cleared this rock off so you can put your stuff down on here or whatever, sit on it, lay on it, put a pillow there.
What you need is like one of those little things when you were a kid with the excavators.
Yes.
And the handles, and you
just
can
mounted.
just dig it up, you know?
Turn this into a sandbox.
Yeah, you know, until you get a real excavator, it'd be good practice.
Absolutely. The fire pit's cool too. Just emanating heat from the coal. It's nice and dry in here too, because all the water from the field flows underneath this, but we put bedrock down first and then put this. Yeah. And I put driveway fabric. Yeah. It's very evident that fall is here in Vermont. Look at all the pine needles and beautiful maple leaf. The creek's nice and low and pure. Magical seasons of Vermont. Yeah, where's the cider donuts, bud? Look at these little maple saplings. This is what makes Vermont, Vermont right here, folks. The glory. This, rock quarries, Ben & Jerry's, and turkeys like Grim and myself. The real Vermont rats. Growing pretty good. This might be a cherry tree. It must be because the leaves look different. Semi-Dwarf Supreme Montgomery Pie Cherry. That's cool. I love this field. That felt great. I got a cameraman now. Grim's full time. He left his job, work up in the Northeast Kingdom. Perks can include friggin' free beer, side-by-side rides, free cats, free experience, bud.
I'm in.
Grim's in. Grim, look at the little crabapple trees. See, those are all apple trees. So next year in spring, I'll prune those, and hopefully, if I can keep them from growing tall, they'll start shooting outward. Oh, dude, I got wrist pump. People think moto isn't tiring because you're using a throttle, but it uses every muscle in your body. It's cool to see that up close too, right?
Oh yeah.
The rack. I got that rack at the quarries. It was abandoned. It
No,
helps
actually,
in many ways.
You see that big rock right there? I actually moved that with my hands.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Good man.
This was cool too because he was able to stack these big ones. I didn't know if he'd be able to move those. Look at the maple tree of glory.
Rim cinematography.
Mariana's ripping the 125. First time on a dirt bike.
Badass lady. How was it?
No more proper way to christen a new zone at the land than with both the Nicks
Back in action.
and additional great company from Mariana. Look at this. What a treat. Pure foliage right there. This is what Vermont's like. We got some wet wood, but we're gonna make the best of it. We got a fire expert here. Some say once upon a time he almost burned a trailer down. Just kidding.
Yeah, shit.
Look at the sky.
You know who I should give a shout out to?
Who should you shout out?
Miss Diane Swafford, the woman who called me earlier.
Big
She's
fan
in
of
her-
the channel and supporter.
Big fan of the channel. She's awesome.
We are getting more wood for this glorious fire, and Nick's about to raid the life out of all the wasps in the back room. Here we are, back up at the trailer. It is looking honestly quite spectacular right now because I did a weed whacking job earlier while Grim shot his little heart out. Woo! And now look at this. This looks like something out of King of the Hill or Trailer Park Boys. Look how proper the trailer looks.
Beauteous. You want me to close that door a little more?
Sure.
Honey, I'm home.
Yes, repeat. Alright,
How do you activate
some on the
this?
window.
Is there like a safety? I'm not home. I don't point at you.
Don't point it.
Turn and snap off before spraying. Read the directions.
That always helps. I've learned one. Woo! Yes. This is great. Put the dump trailer to good use.
Nick, I'm getting yes, we are fully soaking in now the Rock Island.
It is just Grim and I, the true origins of the Rock Island.
Yes.
Grim heard me spit my vision upon him, and he followed suit and helped lift the rocks from the earth through the snow, quite honestly, which was really funny because we were digging through snow to unearth frozen rocks.
It's true.
But we made it happen, folks. It's dark, but you can see there's walls around here. We're fortified. If they come, we're ready. Yeah, look at that fire, too. Eventually we'll spread embers into the spine of the fissure and have a gorge of embers. You can hear in the background there's a huge party going on a couple roads down. There's like a couple hundred side-by-sides. Yep. Yeah, we camped. We conquered. It was good. And now my other buddy, a third Nick, will be added to the Nicks, even though they're leaving. He's coming with all his guns. And he is a sponsored adaptive shooter that is part of High Fives Foundation, which is a nonprofit I do videos for. And he's a friend, and he's a much more experienced shooter than I. So we're going to have some fun. And I'll probably learn a thing or two, and I'm going to get some cool videos and photos of him and enjoy the day and then call it. But I'm going to try and clean up the inside of this trailer before he gets here because it is a pigsty. There's just dead wasps, grass everywhere. The kitchen counter is a freaking mess, and I just have neglected it this summer because it really hasn't gotten much use. So the inner OCD in me and the clean freak wants to make it look nice before I leave today.
But this is the cool. My favorite part right here is the holster for the Rattler. So, yeah, the 300 blackout one.
Oh, you can holster it. Yeah. Wow, that's.
Ooh, that one I missed for sure. There you go. That's a little better. See that how everything's like kind of pointed forward and driving those thumbs forward?
Yep.
Instead of the kind of cramp on them like this. Put that thumb, it doesn't have to be all the way like this.
Yeah.
Just, you know, what you do is index this finger, kind of come up here, and you rotate it around to find that grip, and then you squeeze the back of the gun together.
Okay.
And drive those thumbs forward.
Cool.
Your left hip should come forward. Yeah, a little bit like that. Now, put the weight on the balls of your feet a little bit, all right? And shoulders forward just a tad bit, and yeah.
Okay.
So what you want, I mean, your arm is a little like this. Now that's totally fine. If you can get that and like kind of
So you want them both all the way extended, huh?
not locked out straight,
but
but
almost.
come back. Everyone tries to lock them out straight, but then you pivot around that recoil point. Come to a low ready. Just relax because it's a heavy gun. Drive that out, so it's just anatomically through it. Now, everyone shoots differently and lines shit differently, but it's just something where, you know, we always learn to shoot like this, like Weaver style, where, you know, and people always say shoot Israeli style, which is like both arms, isosceles triangle, like locked out straight, feet wide as shit, and you're dropping your ass back like you're taking a shit, right?
Horse stance.
Yeah, but now like for everyone, like, you know, I shoot differently than what someone else was, but there's some basics around it where if you want to get your body behind the gun, and that'll help absorb it. That's why you don't want to lock out, because when you fires, it just, these are locked. It's just eyes focused on that, excuse me. And then do that trigger press, all right? Just focus on rolling that back. Look at that. An inch from it. Perfect. Less than that. Quarter inch. Same thing. Excellent. Effective. Excellent. Wasn't on.
You weren't quite on that one.
No. Yep. So you're making that gun fire. You still need to just pull that trigger straight back. That's why those are low. Excellent. That was right in there.
That felt better.
Excellent. Up. Excellent. That's on the line. That's good. So
Wow. I like hearing the shell casing.
you know, you're just reeling around,
Yep.
just having a fun time, then
Yeah, that was sick. Well, that's all she wrote, folks. good, I would say probably one of the last days I'll be able to camp up here this fall. Unfortunately, but fortunately, I'll be traveling most of October for work, which will hopefully put enough money in my pocket to get the well drilled before the end of the year. But yeah, that was probably the last real camp out in semi-fall weather, and it was awesome to get my buddy Nick up, give me some pointers on shooting, a little training, which you guys saw. And now we're going to one of my favorite seasonal snack bars that closes after today. So you know that winter is coming. I'm gonna bring Nick, we're gonna get some good food, and then I'm gonna call it and head back to the boys, who I already miss. It's been one day and I already miss my cats. But I appreciate you guys watching and everyone that supports my channel and thinks what I'm doing is entertaining, cool, stupid, whatever. You're watching, so appreciate you guys, and stay tuned. Well, hello there. It seems that you made it to the end of my video. I appreciate you greatly for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Chester says thanks and hi, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.